Shalom, it's Izzy, your Hebrew teacher here, and this is Hebrew Chapters with Holy Language Institute. Look at this. Congratulations. We are reading Chapter 1 from the book of Exodus. This is the second of the 5 books of the Torah of Moses. If you have been studying with me, congratulations. We made it through the first book and now we're into the second. If this is your first Hebrew Chapters reading, congratulations anyway. This is a great place to jump in. This is going to be an exciting reading because it's a story, and we are going to learn some things in it about the parallels between the people of Israel in Egypt and the early Yeshua movement, the movement that Yeshua of Nazareth started in the land of Israel that spread around the world. I'm also going to explain the Hebrew word for suffering or affliction to you in greater detail. Let's pray and then we'll get started. Thank you, Abba Father, for your holy word. Thank you for history. Thank you for how relevant history is, how it explains to us where we came from, where we're going, things that happened so long ago with people so far away. The same dynamics are still in effect today. We experience the same things. You are the same God, and you relate to people in the same ways. And for that we thank you. We thank you especially for the joy of reading the Torah in the original language in which your prophet Moses wrote it down, the language in which our Rabbi Yeshua of Nazareth himself read it. That's exciting. I pray that you would open our minds to understand, to remember long term, to have a high level of comprehension, to be able to read and not only learn as we go, but have fun with it also, that it would be a lively thing for us. Thank you for your Ruach, your Spirit, with us all the time, helping us out. We sure need it as we're learning this language. Amen. So, Exodus, which in Hebrew is called Shemot. The book of Exodus in Hebrew is called Shemot. You will learn what that word means in just a minute, or even less. We'll begin reading in chapter 1, verse 1. I'm assuming you have a basic proficiency in reading Hebrew. If so, follow along. If not, just listen. You'll learn lots of words as we go, and I do encourage you also to learn how to read Hebrew with me in the 40 lessons of Hebrew Quest at holylanguage.com. Ele, and these, Shemot. So here's the key word after which this whole book is named. In Hebrew, it's the book of Shemot. The Hebrew word Shem means name. You may remember that from Noah's 3 sons. One of Noah's sons was named Shem. His son's name was name. Here we have it in the plural. Shemot, and the construct, so the names of B'nai, Ben is son, B'nai, plural construct, sons of Israel. Israel. That one is a name, so it's not really translatable, so I'm not going to translate that for you every time. Ha-Baim, from root there, ba means to come. So Ha-Baim, those coming. Mitzrayma. Mitzrayim is Egypt. A on the end indicates the direction of, so in the direction of Egypt, to Egypt. Et, little word spelled Aleph and Tav. Rather interesting. Of course, it pops up all over the Hebrew scriptures. It does serve a grammatical function, but it's interesting that it's spelled with the first and last letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Much like Alpha and Omega are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet. When Yeshua said he's the Alpha and the Omega, considering he had some background in Hebrew, to put it lightly, I wonder if he wasn't also referring to being the Aleph and the Tav. Maybe even this little word. Maybe there's something about this little word that pictures the Messiah. Maybe Messiah was around in that generation. Maybe Messiah went down to Egypt with the people of Israel. Here, anyway, it's just a grammatical word, and it just means with. So these are the names of those who went down to Egypt with, at Yaakov, Jacob. Ish is a man, so each man. Veto. Bait is a house or household in the sense of your family. Here we have veto and his bait, his household. Ba'u, they came. Then we have a list of names here. Reuven, Reuben. Shimon, Simon or Simeon. Levi, the Yehuda, and Judah. Issachar, Zvulun, Zebulun, Vinyamin, and Benjamin. Dan, can you guess who that is? Dan. The Naphtali, Gad, Va'ashel, and Asher. Vayehi, and so it was, and so it happened. Kol, all. Nefesh. Nefesh is a Hebrew word that has a variety of nuances. Here it just means people, but it can also be translated as soul, or one's physical life, one's appetite, representing physical life. When you die, you don't have an appetite anymore. You really lose your appetite when you die. But here it just has the sense of people. So all the people. Yotze, verb root yatsa, to go out, to emerge. Yarech, from the yerech of, we'll break down that word in a sec. Yaakov, Jacob. So all the people who emerged from the Yarech of Yaakov. It's usually translated loins, but it's an interesting word. The word is Yarech, and it comes from the root Yarach. It's also related to the root Rachach. Now, Yarach means the side of. So, for instance, the side of a mountain is the Yarach, or the side in the sense of the edges of a territory or the extremities of a border. That's Yarach. When you strap your sword on your side, you're strapping it to your Yarach. That's another example there. Now, some Hebrew scholars believe that's the primary root of this word Yarach. So when it talks about the loins of Jacob, it's talking about his side essentially. There is also the verbal root rachach, which means to be tender or sensitive. Now, this could also make sense because the loins is a reference to the thighs and the area around the thighs. If you've ever received a Charlie horse, then you probably know very well that those are indeed very tender parts. So when it's talking about the loins there, it could be talking euphemistically about all the people that came from the tender parts of Jacob, the tendermost regions, you could say. So there's a bit of a divergence about what exactly this Hebrew word for loins means, but that gives you a bit of an idea there. Moving on, how many people?
Thanks for watching this trailer. To get this whole talk in audio or video format, go to holylanguage.com and subscribe. I'll see you there.